right, soccer fans, this is Level Up Luke for the Queen City Soccer Show. I am getting your day started here with a recap of the soccer tournament, Day 2. I'm recording this Friday morning. Day 3 is about to get started. We have the women's bracket kicking off today, so if you're interested in that, I did a standalone episode, a little short preview with Anna Whitty, and she has a podcast herself. It's called the Straight From The Pitch podcast. Make sure to check that out. She's a friend of the pod. You know her from the Charlotte Soccer Show, their Hopfly pregame. She featured on there a few times, and she covers the NWSL. So she's an actual broadcaster. She's our version of Eric Krakauer. Actually ran into Eric Krakauer later in the day. Yesterday, it was her first time meeting him in person, and the two of them know each other from the broadcasting community. Lloyd Sam also present. So the boys, Eric and Lloyd, are here at TST. Where are you? If you are coming out to the soccer tournament, make sure to drop me a line. I'd love to say what's up, answer any of your questions. So anyway, moving on, action from Day 2. Starting off the day, we had Zala and Newtown Pride. Zala actually has Justin Miram from Charlotte FC, as well as Graham Zusi. So that's a team to keep an eye on. However, they did fall to the defending champs, Newtown Pride, 4-1 final score there. Newtown absolutely is one of the teams that can make a run in this tournament. That's it for Zala. With that loss, they are eliminated. So moving on, next game that I actually saw a little bit of, Super United FC 3-0 over DC Hyper. Super is undefeated through 3 games. I have an exclusive interview with one of their players coming up soon. I saw him out and about wearing a Charlotte FC hat. Got permission, got the interview, and fantastic. Can't wait for you guys to meet Paul. He is a French speaker and likes repping that Charlotte FC because of our French contingent with Malanda and Diani. So it's really cool, the international presence that we have here. Moving on, Como Cagliari, 3-1 over North Carolina FC. Now, this is another one where the big name actually got a win, so almost a rare occurrence. But, yeah, that one was a great matchup. Como takes the title in this group, actually. Como Cagliari, first place in the group, so they advance. North Carolina FC, second place in the group, and they also advance. Looking at the next game here, Villarreal, 2-1 over City Soccer Society. City Soccer Society having a rough outing here. They do not win any games. Villarreal does advance. Dueling for Lincoln FC, the charity, beating Borussia Dortmund 5-2. I'm sorry. That was an absolute lights out show. I got a chance to see some of that. The German contingent was following BVB, but to no avail. They are out of the tournament, as is Bayern Munich, who lost to the Town FC. Dueling for Lincoln and the Town advance. Soccer Roof, one of the sponsored teams, falls to another sponsored team, Fit Bodega Vancouver. Fit Bodega Vancouver advances. So does Soccer Roof. That was to decide 1 and 2 in the group. I had a chance to speak with some of the Fit Bodega Vancouver guys. They are loving the tournament. It's a truly international flavored team. They have guys from all over the world. I believe Nepal, Canary Islands. Just truly international, although there is definitely a Canadian flavor to that team. Tobacco Road FC and the AU Vodka Swans. This was a game I watched a lot of, and I was actually watching it with some AU Vodka Swans fans, some guys from Swansea, and this was incredible. Wait till you hear the score on this one. Tobacco Road FC 11, AU Vodka Swans 8. 11-8 in a soccer game. This was insane, man. You'll remember Tobacco Road FC is the USL 2 team out of Durham, semi-pro side, and then the Swans, obviously a Swansea branded alumni group sponsored by a vodka company, and they have an extremely bombastic activation in the fan alley with a gold-plated Camaro and another vehicle there. It's a lot to take in. Gracie FC, fan favorite, and Harrison Afoul from Charlotte FC is playing on there. They fall to La Bombonera which appears to be a threat. I was not aware of this team, but they've been making some waves here at the tournament so far in the group stage. They take first place in Group D. So Baharistas FC 6-5 over Inter Milan. Inter Milan is out, so is Baharistas FC. They are not advancing. Kingdom FC, another returning team from last year, falls to the Sire 7. Sire 7 advancing. I have no idea what they're all about. Still learning some of these teams. But Kingdom is, I believe they are out. 1015 FC falls to Toronto Athletic. Toronto Athletic is undefeated. I mean, that's another team making waves. They could be one to watch. That is, I believe, Streetball Canada, Streetball FC Canada, which also has a team on the women's bracket. 1015, I was wondering what they were about. I stopped and talked with some of their players. It's actually a Bible verse from Romans, I believe, 10:15. Blessed are the feet of the messengers, and it goes on from there. So they are a team with a cause, and you love to see it. It's really cool in the soccer tournament. It is all types of teams, and I believe they're out of the Houston or Dallas area, 10:15. But they really presented themselves well. They were on the verge of making the playoff bracket. I'm going to check real quick here and just see what we're... 10-15 did make the playoffs. They squeaked by in third place, and they're going to play Fit Bodega Vancouver, another team that I just talked about here. So this knockout stage is going to be fantastic. A game that... Oh, wow. I think I almost want to save that one. Anyway, FC Roja Eagles... They beat Saturday's Football. Saturday's Football did not win a single game in the group stage. FC Roja Eagles squeaks by as a third-place team that advances, so we will see them in the knockout round. But also in Group F, the game that I think was my game of the day, this was insanity, man. The Wrexham Red Dragons, with their huge traveling fan base, and Desimpedidos, I'm getting better at saying it, Desimpedidos, Brazilian team, Desimpedidos was leading 2-1 going into target score time. The target score was set at 3, and the clock is turned off, basically. But every 3 minutes, you have to remove one player from each side. So after 3 minutes, it becomes 6-on-6, and then 5-on-5, and then 4-on-4. Anyway, Wrexham brings it back level, 2-2, I think, in the second overtime. And then... it is a battle back and forth, and Desimpedidos is doing a quick sub. Every time they get the ball, they pull their keeper and bring out another attacking player in a penny. Wrexham wasn't doing that as much until later in the game when they really had to. But it's a little flair that TST has where the strategy goes a long way. Wrexham's goalkeeper ends up scoring the winner. Wrexham completes the comeback when the teams are down to 2-on-2. It was literally the keeper and an additional player, and Mark Howard, the goalie for Wrexham, scores the game winner, and it was incredible, absolutely incredible. George Boyd for Wrexham had the other 2 goals with Desimpedidos. Man, I think that they could absolutely be a team to watch for next year. They have a lot of talent there, and there was surprisingly a good little bit of a following. But they are eliminated from the tournament at this point. Moving on, we have Summer of Soccer falling to #United. Spencer Owen and the crew, 4-1 victory. Summer of Soccer is eliminated. #United is advancing. Say Word FC falling to La Mexicana Express. I was watching this game, and Say Word definitely had the edge in the fans. Cheering was loud and proud. But in Group A, La Mexicana Express is going to advance on this one. Say Word FC, I believe, is also advancing. Let me just double check here. We got 24 teams advancing, so I'm still trying to... Yeah, Say Word FC did advance in the third place position. They're one of the lucky 8 teams. So, very good. I definitely want to see more of Say Word FC. I think they might have another win in them. And back to the action. Next door to that on Field 5 was the Manhattan Kickers and Raleigh Rebels. I was going back and forth between these 2 games. I told you guys yesterday I thought Manhattan Kickers and Raleigh Rebels were both teams to watch, so I was really excited to see this one. I have some video content I'm going to be posting to Instagram and probably a full game match view on this one on our TikTok page. So follow us on TikTok at QCS Pod, on Insta at QCS Pod _, YouTube at QCS Pod. And you will see all the video content I'm capturing here as I'm able to process it. It's not going to be up completely live because the Wi-Fi is terrible. So I basically have to get back to my hotel room, edit these videos, and get them posted. But Manhattan Kickers had the Raleigh Rebels tied up 1-1 going into target score time. And they started taking players off the field. It's 5-on-5, 4-on-4. With a twist, Raleigh Rebels actually got a red card earlier in the game, so they were down an additional man. So Manhattan Kickers would have 5, Raleigh Rebels would have 4 players on the field. And the Raleigh Rebels were upset the whole time, and they were jawing at the officials. They really thought that the incident where they received a red card should have been a dual red card for both teams, and that the referees had not called that down the middle. They got caught with a retaliation, I believe, but the inciting incident for Manhattan Kickers, I think they escaped with one here. That one-player advantage really was what did it. They had a corner they crossed in, and there was a deflection, and their extra player was sitting right by the goal to poach it, to take the winning shot there. Manhattan Kickers advanced 2-1. This was for control of Group I, so Raleigh Rebels, even with that red card and the loss in target score time, they still advanced in the second place position. Nanny FC and Aguero team were the other 2 teams that everybody was watching. 2 of the biggest followings here. This is European royalty at TST. Sergio Kun Aguero falls. I believe they did not win a single game in the group stage. The big names, the big teams do not always win here, but it's great to see the talent coming out to TST. Nani FC 6-2 final, and Nani FC advances. Moving on to perhaps the most followed group in this tournament. This is like last year we had Wrexham and the U.S. women in the same group. This year we have Concafa SC and Burnley FC, which is Pat McAfee and JJ Watt, as well as Natty SC with Chad Ochocinco. Chad Ochocinco might be the biggest draw in this group, but Natty SC falls to the Reggae Rovers 5-1. Natty SC is eliminated with this loss. They were in contention, but Reggae Rovers goes undefeated through the group stage. They look phenomenal. I want to give a shout out to my boy Hugh Roberts, Superhuman. You know him from the Charlotte Independents. He's actually here with Backyard Footy. So check out Backyard Footy. He does an interview with one of the Reggae Rovers players, and it's a really fun listen. He talks about how that team is all just good vibes. They're here for a good time. They're embodying the spirit of Jamaica, the Caribbean attitude. So shout out Hugh. If you listen to this, buddy, appreciate you. Looking to maybe meet up with you here at TST if you're still around, and do a little collaboration. So Reggae Rovers, absolutely a team to watch. This is a dark horse for me. They can make a deep run here because they are solid. They have a lot of chemistry, and I've been telling you guys, chemistry and passing is what's going to win this. On the big field inside the stadium, Field 2, Concafa SC and Burnley FC. This was a battle. JJ Watt and Pat McAfee both saw the field. I have an interview coming out with some Concafa SC players, and they promised me that Pat McAfee was going to get a goal. They told me they were going to make sure that Pat McAfee got a goal in this one. Concafa wins 4-1 without him. JJ Watt was on the field during target score time. The dude is massive. I mean, it looks like he's not moving very quickly because he's so much bigger than everybody, but he really is hauling out there. He's a fast, pure muscle guy. Burnley FC is eliminated. They did not win a single game. Reggae Rovers won all the games. Concafa's in second place with this win. Natty SC eliminated. That's it for Group B. Moving on, Group K, which is the alumni group. So this is a cool feature. TST groups a lot of similar teams together early on, so that you'll have some celebrity groups advancing from Group B and some alumni groups advancing from Group K. So this is the group where the Hoosier Army advances in first place, undefeated, as they beat the Air Force alumni, Freedom United SC 4-1 final, and Trident FC is eliminated with a loss to Georgetown Hoyas, who advance, Hoya Nation. I'm still wondering, as a Syracuse fan growing up, I've never gotten a satisfactory answer on this. What the fuck is a Hoya? I have no idea. Anyway, Group H, Quick Goal FC, the favorites to win this tournament were down to Pasha Luxury. These two games were delayed because of a thunderstorm that came through, so they didn't even kick off until after 11 p.m., basically. But I was watching them live from my hotel room. My phone had already died in the parking lot. You guys saw that video I posted on Twitter. Yeah, I called it a day with that thunderstorm. But I'm watching TST After Dark live. They broadcast this on the soccer tournament website. Quick Goal FC, a favorite to win the tournament, goes down to Pasha Luxury, who's last place in the group. It was insanity. Quick Goal's down 2-1. In target score time, as they start taking players off, Quick Goal just has a lightning burst, not from the sky, but from the pitch, and they scored 2 goals to win the game within a minute of each other. It was literally 1 goal scored, the ball was reset, they got it back, and they scored again instantly. It was such an insane play because at the same time, Sneaky Fox, another team that is a fan favorite, was projected to advance, is down to Tranquid 10 FC. One of these guys I know nothing about and who hadn't really performed up to date. But Tranquid 10 FC wins in target score time. And, I mean, this was insanity, man. And this ends up being another group where 3 teams advance. So the favorites, Quick Goal FC, advance, Sneaky Fox advances, and the Tranquid 10 also advance because of a goal differential with the third place position in Group H. So they knocked out another one of these teams. At the end of the day yesterday, the field is set. I'm going to go through some of the matchups that we have in the knockout stage to look forward to. Nani FC. So obviously Louise Nani is taking on Sneaky Fox, who snuck in at the last minute. And this is going to be a good one. I think the fans are going to be pulling for Nani FC on this one. I wouldn't count the Fox out yet, though. Gracie FC and our boy Harrison Afool, they do advance second place position, and they're playing the Town FC, which I believe is out of San Francisco. And they are a club that is promoting grassroots soccer in the U.S. So Gracie FC in the Town is going to be very entertaining. This is a morning game today, so I'm probably actually recording as this is going on. We'll see how that looks. Manhattan Kickers take on the Sire 7. I got Manhattan Kickers on this one. I think that they are very talented. It's the first place team from Group I versus the second place team from Group L. Next up, Quick Goal FC versus the host, North Carolina FC. Quick Goal is going to roll on this one. That's my prediction. We'll see how it goes. Moving on to the southwest side of the bracket, we have the Reggae Rovers versus Tobacco Road FC. This is a sneaky good one. I'm going to probably have this be the first game I see when I get there this morning. Reggae Rovers and Tobacco Road FC could be fireworks. I think that you're going to see a lot of goals in this match. I'm not sure which way it's going to go, but if I had to bet some money, it would be on the Reggae Rovers. Next up, Wrexham Red Dragons versus Soccer Roof. Sponsored team versus a European brand. You love to see it at TST. Wrexham Red Dragons are a fan favorite. I'm glad they made it to the knockout stage, but I think Soccer Roof has the edge on this one. Based on what I've seen so far, they look like they have class. And Newtown Pride, defending champs, taking on Hashtag United, the global social media sensation. So Newtown Pride FC could be one of the top teams favored to win this tournament. Hashtag has pulled some upsets in the past. I got my money on Newtown Pride, but we'll see how it goes. Como Cagliari versus Hoya Nation. This is another big European brand, and they're playing against a U.S. college alumni team. Give me Como Cagliari on this one. Dueling for Lincoln FC, charity team versus Saturdays Football, who somehow snuck in third place from Group D. I told you earlier Saturdays Football didn't win a single match. I must have been mistaken. Somewhere they got a win, and their goal differential allowed them to advance. But no, Dueling for Lincoln is going to win this 10-1, I think, final. We'll see how that goes. Next up, Toronto Athletic FC. This is the Streetball FC Canada team. Toronto Athletic undefeated in the group stage versus the Raleigh Rebels, who came in second place. They fell with that controversial red card. I'm going to be pulling for the Raleigh Rebels, the local Carolina team here, but if I'm betting money, it's going to be on Toronto Athletic. They are a powerhouse. I think that they could easily be, after the group stage, one of those teams that is going to make a deep run. La Mexicana Express got the last-second TST target score time win, and they're playing Pasha Luxury, who came up from last place to second place in Group H last night after dark to advance. La Mexicana Express, give me them all day long. I think this is going to be a close one, but I'd say 4-3 La Mexicana Express. That's my prediction. That's another morning game, so we'll have the result on that one pretty quick. Next up, La Bombonera, a team I don't know much about, but like I told you, I'm respecting the game. They came in first place. They took Group D versus Say Word, who snuck in third place position in Group E. This is a mismatch. Say Word FC, however, I think they can pull an upset. This is one where I think La Bombonera is going to be the heavy favorite, but I would actually put the money on the upset. Say Word FC, I think they can make a run. They have some name brand talent there. Moving on to the southeast side of the bracket, Fit Bodega Vancouver, the international guys versus 1015 FC, the Christian out for a good cause group. Give me Fit Bodega Vancouver, first place in Group C versus a team that snuck in third place. And Fit Bodega Vancouver, it's hard to say, man. I think that they are a team to watch. They can make a run here. So really good sponsorship by Fit Bodega. Shout out to them. Next up, this is going to be the game of the day. This is 9 p.m. This is the all eyes on Field 2, I believe is where they're going to have this one. Concaifa, Pat McAfee's club, is taking on Super United, who had a great run in the group stage. This is going to be fireworks. Also, give me Concaifa Soccer Club, but you know what? I'm not mad if Super advances here. Super United they're a fun team to watch. This is entertaining football. If you cannot be here at the soccer tournament, set your alarm for 9 p.m. Go to the soccer tournament, TST, the website, and stream this game because TST After Dark is going to be nuts today. Next up, the Hoosier Army, Illinois alumni, wow, you'd kill me for that one, right? Indiana alumni versus Villarreal CF. So Villarreal is one of the European brands that got through along with Como Cagliari, but they're out on this one, man. The Indiana alumni, the corn-fed beef boys here, I saw a few of their games. They're going to absolutely roll in this one. Mark my words, write it down, 115 game. And then the final game of the knockout stage, FC Roja Eagles, who I don't know anything about, although they were playing in a group I was paying attention to, versus Freedom United, the Air Force alumni who snuck in the third place position on goal differential from the alumni group. FC Roja Eagles and Freedom United, I have no idea, man. This is a wild card game, 11 a.m. kick. We'll see how this one turns out. That is your bracket. If you have to ask me, I think semifinals, give me Quick Goal FC, give me Nani FC. Oh, Nani and Quick Goal play each other in the quarterfinals. Never mind. Quick Goal, give me them as a semifinalist. Give me the Reggae Rovers to take over the southwest side of the bracket. I think that they're going to give Newtown Pride a run for the money in the quarterfinals. And I'm going to take the underdog, the Reggae Rovers. On the northeast side of the bracket, give me Toronto Athletic FC. I think that they have the most power and they can beat La Bombonera in the quarterfinals. And, if La Bombonera makes it, like I said, Say Word could pull the upset today. Southwest side, give me... This is tough. This one's wide open. I'm a Pat McAfee fan, so I'm gonna say Concaifa Soccer Club. But I think it's the winner of the opening game, Concaifa or Super United. Whoever wins this game to start off, I think, can take this whole side of the bracket. Fit Bodega Vancouver, I think that they're going to have a little run here. And sneaky pick here, Indiana, the Hoosier Army. I think that they might be playing tomorrow. That's it for me. That's your recap of day 2, your preview of day 3 on the men's bracket. Like I said, I have a whole separate standalone episode for the women's bracket. Make sure to check that out with Anna Whitty. It's on the feed. It's only a 8 or 9 minute listen. And I hope you guys enjoy. Let me know what you think. And please follow along on YouTube and TikTok because that's where I'm posting a lot of this content. I'm putting a lot of time into this for you guys. I appreciate you. I love you. Follow us at QCS Pod on Twitter and at LVLUP_Luke for my live reacts here. TST After Dark, baby.